Welcome to a new Team CGC 9.8 video. So I thought it would be a good idea to do a deep dive on eBay and find some 9.8s that are on eBay right now that you can buy for a decent fair price. And certainly you might be watching this video like a week after I released it or a month after I released it. That's okay. Just make note of some of the key issues you might like. Keep your eyes open in the next 3 to 6 to 8 months, whenever it might be. And maybe one of these will pop up for even a better price than some of the prices we'll talk about. But if you're in the buying mood, these ones are on eBay right now. And I've found myself over the last few years of collecting, at one point or another, I pretty much wanted all these, even though I don't have any of them in my collection. Okay, but let's start off here. First one up is a Green Lantern version 3, number 49. This is an absolute classic cover. There's one on eBay right now in the newsstand edition. So this is a 1994 comic book. Newsstands are pretty desirable during this era. They really start, the newsstand versions of books start to be a lower percentage of the print run during the late 80s and the early 90s especially. So this is a really desirable book. Definitely a classic cover. It's certainly already well collected, but I think this has potential over time to become even more of a classic cover. And Green Lantern, that first appearance of Kyle Rayner, there's issue 48, 49, and 50. I like 49 the best as far as eye appeal and collectability. Yeah, you get the first appearance, and then in 50 he becomes a Green Lantern. But for me, just 49 just does it from kind of that, pride of ownership perspective, I think. So Green Lantern version 3, 49. In a 9.8, there's 212 9.8s in the Universal Blue Label. 61.8% of all graded copies are 9.8. So not a very tough one in the 9.8, to be honest. So this one on eBay right now is $249.95. Interesting, I'm watching this one on my watch list, and the seller sent me an offer for I think it was $239.95. So you might want to message him. There's probably some wiggle room on this $250 price. But looking at some completed listings for Green Lantern 49 newsstand 9.8 white pages, I saw one selling in an auction for $210.50. The direct version for this book kind of goes in that 125 to 150, maybe even up to 175. So I think the newsstand version of this book, certainly that $210.50 would be a really good deal in an auction. But for like $40 more, I think it's completely worth it. And this, yeah, like I said, this one's got that classic cover potential in the more rare newsstand version. This one was kind of tempting me, and yeah, maybe you might be in the position to purchase it. Okay, next one is an auction that is ending tonight. It's a Batman number 655 in the 9.8, but the variant cover, the Adam Kubert variant, which is a pretty tough one to find. Definitely, if you want the top Damian book, pretty much Batman 655 variant is the one to get. So one on eBay with an auction ending tonight. 308 9.8s in the blue label. 37.3% is the 9.8 percentage. And yeah, this one, usually it's going to end right in that $300 to $400 range. I was having a bit of a hard time trying to find a completed listing in the blue label. I think the auction right now is right around $200, just a little bit over. So I'm thinking, maybe if you want this one now, you put, and you really want this one, a $400 bid might get it done. Hopefully it goes somewhere in the $300 range. But I think Batman 655 variant, the Adam Kubert variant, is a really cool Batman one to think about. And yeah, a lot of times you get the best deal on an auction. So, you don't want to get in a bidding war for this one. But if you're seeing this one early, you might want to check out that auction for a Batman 655 variant in the 9.8. The next one's such a cool one. An Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, the Dynamic Forces variant. Yeah, this is the more rare version of Ultimate Spider-Man number 1. A book I really like. It's the first Ultimate title, which eventually kind of leads into Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Fallout 4, Miles Morales, the multiverse. So I could see the first Ultimate title really being collected over time. I've recommended this one on previous videos, but we talked about the first print mostly. This is the Dynamic Forces edition. There's less 9.8s on the census in the Dynamic Forces edition. It's a lower printed variant, basically. 166 9.8s in the Universal Blue Label, 21.4% the 9.8 percentage. In the first print, the 9.8 percentage is like 14% or something like that. Lower the better with these percentages. I always like the first print for that reason, but this Dynamic Forces variant still pretty fantastic at 21.4% for year 2000 this book came out in. And then it's a 1 of 166. There's more 9.8s in the first print, although it's a tougher 9.8. So this one, Ultimate Spider-Man #1 Dynamic Forces variant, on eBay right now for $289.95 as a buy it now. I think that's an absolute fair price. Usually a real good deal on the first print is sort of like 200, right around 200, maybe a little bit over. So for this more rare variant, right at $289.95, I think is a great fair value and a book that I think has a really bright future. Yeah, first Ultimate book. I've liked this one in the past, but usually we talk about the first print, but this variant's really awesome as well. Another one on eBay right now that you might want to consider, it's a Dark Knight's Metal #2 in the Matina Virgin variant. This one's kind of the debated first appearance of the Batman Who Laughs, or first cameo appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. It's pretty cool, the cameo. It kind of happens over quite a few panels where his Robins are running up to him and stuff like that. So I really like this one. It's really surprised, to be honest, that I don't have this in my collection, this Matina Virgin variant, being a big Batman Who Laughs fan. Got Teen Titans 12 here in a 9.8. This one's a lot tougher to find in the 9.8, or a lot tougher to get, I should say, in a 9.8. There are more of them in the 9.8, but we'll go over some of the details here. For Dark Knight's Metal 2, though, the one on eBay right now is $125. Which, you know, maybe if you're super patient on this, you wait for an auction, you get it under $100. But, you know, if you're the biggest fan and you'll get a lot of pride of ownership out of this one, I think it's worth it to pay the extra $25. So I think this is a decent deal. There's a 201 9.8s in the blue label, universal label. 94.4% of all graded copies are CGC 9.8. So pretty much almost all of them are 9.8s that are sent to CGC, whereas Teen Titans 12, it's about 25% of them that are sent to CGC are 9.8. So that's why this one's $600, and Dark Knight's Metal 2, this Matina Virgin variant, is about $100. $125 I still think is worth it if you're the biggest Batman Who Laughs fan. Okay, last one here, Superman Batman #22. On eBay right now. This is a cool sort of key issue that's come to light recently in the last year or so. It's like the first appearance of Batman Beyond in DC continuity. Pretty cool panel. Batman Beyond kind of falling out of his plane. He looks really cool. $105.99. This one is on eBay right now. I think that's a decent deal. In the last 6 to 12 months here, I've saw this one go for like $140 up to even $175 to $200 when people first started talking about this one. There's 61 9.8s in the universal blue label, and 49.2% is the 9.8 percentage. Yeah, there's going to be a lot more of these graded. You can be really patient on this one, but I do think right around $100, $105.99 on eBay right now is a good deal. And yeah, this one just came to light recently. It's a pretty heavily printed book, so there's 61 now, but there'll be more graded for this one moving forward. But $105.99. A decent deal right now if you're the biggest Batman Beyond fan, I think. Okay, we'll leave it there though. 5 ideas on eBay right now. If you're seeing this video early and you're in the buying mood, maybe you want to act on it. But if you're seeing the video a little bit later, yeah, no worries. Just you know, make a note of the few that you really liked and keep your eye open over the next 6 to 12 months, and you'll probably get a better deal than even some of the prices we talked about here. And I can pretty much say that about every video I do. You know, just because I'm doing a video today or tomorrow, the next day, about whatever key issues to purchase, doesn't mean you have to like rush out there and get them. Just means, you know, if you like them, make a note of it, keep your eyes open for the next 6 months, and a deal will probably pop up where you can get it, you know, right at an awesome fair value. Okay, team, so a couple ideas for you there. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.